What's up, gamers? We're back in some Warframe. You already know what it is. Full disclosure, may have been a minute since we played that, but that is not going to stop us. Today, we're going to be trying to unlock the Mercury Junction. That's right. To do it, we have to do a few different things. We've got to defeat 5 enemies. We already did that. We need to locate a hostage on Liana. We need to complete 10 waves on Tessera, and we need to defeat the Jackal. So, we're going to start with that, and we're going to go ahead and do 10 waves real quick. You guys ready for it?
Yay!
Excellent. Let's get on to the waves.
That's Keemstar.
Shh, don't copy strike us, bro.
Don't do it, Gnome.
Please, bro. Just one time, bro. Let's go, goats, bro.
Let's go, Goats.
Please,
Goats
bro.
is dead. Goats is dead. Goats is dead.
In before just survives this patch as well, and we have to watch more
I mean,
goats and I cry.
Basically, I'm gonna die.
Be a lot of goats. Alright,
Now,
so if I remember correctly, we have to survive 10 waves of them, so we're going for 10
Yes.
and extracting.
10 waves dead.
Yes.
Now, when you said that we haven't played in a while, you mean you.
Yeah, okay. Full disclosure, Noah's a dweeb.
You mother-
The rest of us have
I hate you
well.
guys.
Why? We did
Hate
nothing
you
to you.
people. Hate you people.
We did nothing to you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hate you.
I
It's
don't know
mostly
why
Steven.
you'd be mad at us. Okay, game. Did not eat? Okay, I did. Oh, wait, I need to go over there.
Okay, why is it?
Good? Oh, okay. You know,
Steven.
you guys ever try to play so much Apex that you hit 3 trying to put your gun away while you're running in Warframe? Yeah, same.
Yes.
Unlucky. Also, Apex, great game, alright, gamers?
Yes.
Alright, well, Iconic may hit it, but the rest of us hit it. Whoa! What is this not a warning shot thing?
What?
Noah's PC doesn't do Apex too well, but I really like it.
Yeah, it's fine. I like it.
My gun, or my
Not a
bow
warning
does
shot.
no damage. I forgot. Actually, a Monka gun situation for me. It is the pretty unlucky.
Whee!
Yeah. Dude, alright, so riddle me this, Batman, right? Here's something I don't understand. Holy crap, what was I gonna say? I actually just forgot what I was gonna talk about. Dude, I legitimately had like a whole conversation, like, I was like, oh, I can ask them about this, it's gonna be great. And then I can just
Let the
completely
Alzheimer's
blur.
settle in.
Dude, it's been here for a minute, alright, dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been here for a while.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Alright, I remember what I was gonna talk about. So, we were talking about the new Rooster Teeth show, once again to date the episode. So,
Yeah.
apparently the new Rooster Teeth show coming out is called Genlock. It's the one with Michael B. Jordan and Macy Williams, and they're playing characters in it. And don't blame me, but it looks like a mix of like Frank with like Evangelion, right? Like basically just like some Robo Mecha anime.
I just haven't seen it, but yeah, it does.
Gay Robo?
Same.
Yes, Gay Robot.
So, you were saying that you heard that people were saying the animation is really bad on it?
Yes. I have no idea. I've never actually seen it. So, I mean, I've seen like just a poster and thing. I'm like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because the extent of my knowledge of it was I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, that doesn't look that bad. But again, that was like all I saw, so.
I just feel like people complain a lot about animation specifically, so.
I mean, that's,
so I feel.
Yeah. Were there,
could
weren't
be
there a lot
like-
of complaints about the Ruby as well? When it first came out
Yeah.
with the animation?
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. People don't like 3D animation, like animes. They don't like them.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very niche, right? It's like only certain
Oh, yeah.
animes will have them, and most people don't enjoy them. Everybody
I can't
wants
even
2D.
think of. I can't really think of like one that I know that I even know about.
Except Cowboy Bebop.
It's not 3D animation though.
Is it?
Really, though.
I mean, I'm pretty confident it's not.
Dude, you know what I really wanted to watch again, but I haven't watched in forever? I want to watch Avatar again. I haven't seen that show
yeah.
in so long.
That's a good one. I like that a lot.
That show is better than me.
Steven, did we one shot that like the last?
I think so, yeah. Instead of playing Zelda.
Yes. We one shot the entire last volume. It was great.
Dude, that's like we did that one weekend when we were at your house, where we one shot like all of How I Met Your Mother. Like
Yes!
one weekend. That was
That was
amazing.
awesome.
Possibly the best
God.
spent weekend of my life. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't like. I don't really care too much for most of like those types of shows, but that one was really good. that was
yeah, I agree. I don't think it was so much like that the show was good because like don't get me wrong, I do think How I Met Your Mother is a decent show. I just don't think it was amazing. But I think like the fact that we got to like just like watch the entire thing together made it really enjoyable.
Yeah, that was really good.
Because we watched like what like I don't think we made it through the entire season, but I think we made it
started
through like
season
7
2 or
seasons
3.
in one day.
We started at 2 or 3. I feel like we started at 2 or 3. Probably 3.
We made it through like we started at like 2, and we made it all the way to like 7.
We made it pretty far. It was pretty far. So,
Good days.
yeah, it was good.
Indeed.
Was that your one you were at my house for like a week?
No, that was a different time. That was it was who was it? It was you, me, Byron. I could have sworn somebody else was there, but I don't remember who.
Probably Brent.
It might have been Brent. It might have been, but I really feel like that was like when Brent was busy, so he wasn't there. It might have been him. At any rate, but no, it was just like for a weekend where we like all came over and,
that's right.
and your parents were like out of town, so we just like sat there in the light full show the entire time.
Cool.
It was pretty solid, not gonna lie. It was pretty fun.
Also, during this, people who are watching this is when the new Nightwave event is happening, where there's no alerts.
Yeah.
And you just have basically, I like the way it looks like. It feels like it's a battle pass, but you don't have to pay for anything.
Which I'm pretty good with. I don't like paying for stuff.
Yeah. But you get like
I play
yeah, you get like Forma packs of like 3, and you get like a couple of those, and you get this other one that's like kind of spoilery for people who don't play that much.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say that one.
Refrain from redacted. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that one.
Yeah.
But it's
I'd assume it'd be
cool.
something to do with the redacted, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's a good one. Like if you know what it is, it's good. Pretty cool.
Nice.
So you get a cool armor set.
Pretty neat. Oh, you get. Oh, it's armor set related. Okay. Got it.
You get that, and the other thing that's more redacted is different.
Okay, interesting.
It's like Forma, but a different type.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I felt what you're saying.
That one.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it.
Pretty cool.
I hope they do more of this.
Is not a warning shot. Just kill 5,000 enemies.
Yeah. Oh, not 5,000. 500.
No, it's not at all.
That's significantly less
500.
enemies.
It's 500.
Oh, also, for the viewers at home who may or may not have been wanting to see more Pokemon, because I know we're such gods of Pokemon and commentary on Pokemon. Especially.
Yes.
We do have more Pokemon lined up. We're also going to be doing something different with our Pokemon. We're taking a quick break from the, what were we playing? Black? Yeah? From our Black run.
Black.
We're,
Randomizer Nuzlocke, yeah.
yeah, and we're tweaking that and doing something different, which we should be getting at to you guys, I don't know, soon-ish, I think? Yeah, probably soon-ish.
I want to record it soon. So
Yeah. I'm down to record it like later this week, probably. Maybe like tomorrow or something. But at any rate, so we'll be recording that soon and then getting it out to you gamers so that all of you can enjoy our Pokemon gameplay. Because, I mean, as you all know, I am the best Pokemon player in the world, and the rest of the guys aren't that bad themselves. So, I mean,
insert worst right now.
No. I'm the best. It's classic. So, you know, we'll be bulling out, as the kids would say. We have to
Steven
battle
wants a Pikachu.
We have to go to round 10, guys. All right, but yeah. So dude, this is the 3rd time that I've hit 3 to try to pull out my. And okay. So Apex, right? That's a good game. What do you guys play in Apex? Like, what do you guys make?
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar.
Not surprising. Wait, both of you main Gibraltar, unironically?
I mean, I could do the healing one too, every now and again.
I'm slightly ironic, but not really.
That's
But also, but I was playing Bangalore a lot before. It's hard to have such a gigantic hitbox.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the character besides that, so I don't know. It's tough. I actually kind of like. I don't know. This is weird, but I kind of like the way his arms moves make you feel slower. It makes me feel more powerful.
More power.
I can vibe with it. I love it.
So,
Alright.
I feel more powerful.
That game's just like, I really enjoy playing Apex just because like, well, A, it's a fun game. B, it's free. And I think like the best part about that game is it forces other games to do better, right? Like you're seeing other games react to it to like help draw players back in since it is so threatening to like their demographics, right?
Maybe EA could learn something from their own game.
I mean, the devs at Respawn have said themselves like that the reason it's so good is they don't let EA do anything.
Yeah, no, EA has no hand in that. And
EA's like, here, have our money, and they're like, okay, thanks, bye.
On the other hand, look at Anthem.
Hey, that's a game that none of us bought because we all knew it was going to be garbage.
Did you know that there was like 3 different release dates for it?
Yep.
It's fucking fantastic.
Dude, I had a lot of people on my roster trying to convince me to get that game because they were going to get it and they were going to play it, and I was like, no, dude, it's going to be trash.
It's going to be bad.
I was like, dude, listen, I'm going to break it down for you, Chief. All right, here's the order. If you want a good looter shooter to play, you got Warframe for, like, obvious reasons. Like, Warframe #1, obviously. Like, great game, free to play, ridiculously deep. Like, I think together, all 3 of us have probably got, like, over 2,000 hours in this game combined. And they're like, it just keeps going. Like, there's always something to do. Like,
and if you don't want to play Warframe, play Warframe.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, and like eventually you'll hit a content drop, right? Like you'll eventually run out of content. Like I'm sure, like you have to play a lot, but you can eventually get there. And once you get to a content drop, it's not that big of a deal because all you do is you just go back to playing other stuff, right? Like you take a week off, you go play like some Apex, you go play some Fortnite, you go play some PUBG, you go play whatever your particular flavor of choice for Battle Royale is. You play that for like a week and a half until you get bored. Then you come back and Warframe will have something new for you. You know, it's very rewarding for long-term players.
I'm gonna play Yakuza 0, but.
Well, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. Like you go play a different game for a short term, then you come back. Whereas you have like other games. I think like the second place game for looter shooters is Destiny. Yeah. Destiny's a really great franchise. Like I actually do love them. Like they make a lot of mistakes. Don't get me wrong, but
they're really getting better. They're getting better.
Yeah. The only issue I have with Destiny is that it costs the price of a small graphics card every single time a game comes out to play the game. Which, I mean, personally speaking, if I'm spending my money, I'm buying the new graphics card every time because I'd rather have a 2080 than I would have the newest Destiny game. But that's just me, you know. It's like you get the base game at $60, then you've got all the DLC for like another 30 to 60 per. You know, it's like and you have to buy the battle pass. You're actually spending just like $100+ per game, and then you have to buy the more stuff that comes out. It's just. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great game.
Microtransactions.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, it's a great game, but,
yeah, it is.
They had a $10 microtransaction at one point, too.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, to be fair, Apex has that as well, but Apex is free.
Yeah.
And all of Apex stuff is cosmetic. Like,
but here's what's even better. Yeah, I know. And I just saw the Vidoc for the next upcoming thing for Destiny in their annual pass, and they said that they're actually making more content for not just the annual pass stuff, but they're also doing more for the, like, if you just have base game, if you just have so-and-so, like, thing. Like, they're doing, like, Pinnacle Weapons is, like, their new thing now. So it's like, you can do Vanguard or Crucible stuff, and you get, like, this, like, nice weapon, apparently.
Dude, I'm gonna reiterate for that game what I said back directly after Baltic Glass came out. And, you know, for all you Destiny players, that's a long time ago.
That's a very long time ago.
What I said, and I quote, was they need to scale up. Like, you need to get Destiny to feel actually epic. Like, the game is great, but if I'm paying $60 for a game, I expect something completely revolutionarily crazy, right? Like, I'm talking like, I want a consistent open world where, like, we actually have consequences, right? Like, where we actually have to, like, go in, fight against whatever enemy type there is. Huh? Okay.
Breath of the Wild? What?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, legitimately, like, we go in the game, it's actually open world. Like, you have to fight. You actually, like, if you don't kill enough of the enemies, they continually take territory. That reduces what you're able to access. Like, as you go deeper and deeper, the enemies scale higher and higher, so it's harder and harder. I want it to, like, actually be scary to play and rewarding, right? Like, if I put, like, 300 hours into a game, like, especially, like, a looter shooter genre, right? I want to be able to go to, like, the first world planet and to literally go AFK for like 2 days and not die, right? Like my HP should just be so ridiculous and my auto regen should be so ridiculous that like the base level mobs shouldn't be able to kill me.
You want to be Kirito.
Conversely, well yeah, literally I want to be Kirito. And then reversely, I want to be able to go to like the super high level planets and I want to be able to get one shot as an end game player, right? Like I don't think it's enjoyable to have this middle ground where it's like everything can kind of kill you, but it also can't kind of really kill you. Like,
I never really
Warframe. Yeah, like, well, it's true of Warframe as well, right? So, like, after a certain point, like, when we're doing higher level missions, it's like, we're not gonna get one shot anymore, right? Like, if we're not doing, like, level 100 pluses, we're not gonna get one shot. Like, we're just, like, it may get us low, but we're not gonna die. And, like, conversely, like, here, like, you guys aren't even breaking a sweat. Like, if you lose HP, I'd be surprised. Like, it's ridiculously easy, right? So, it's like, there's no sense of, like, actual danger or actual rewards, you know? And then, like, on top of that, I also would really like it to see if they actually, like, utilize the fact that they, like, okay, so we know for a fact that their service can host up to, like, what? Like 16 people at a minimum, because that's how many we've seen in a multiplayer game before.
Yeah.
Make that into a raid. Like scale up the raids. Make the raids more challenging. Make them bigger. make them like actually
At
giant.
this-
Like I want
and,
raids where
like-
they can't be beaten on the first day, you know?
At this point, and I mean, like they have done that at least. So when like Fourth Edition came out, like nobody beat it the first day.
Well, yeah, I agree and I understand that, but what I'm saying is like I want like
Right, no, I
large
agree.
party raids, like where it's like 12 player raids, where it takes like a week for them to beat it because it's so hard and so complicated, right? Like stop catering to the casual audience at this point, like make them
think-
hard.
Did you
I mean,
guys?
I feel like they're starting, but not like they're not going balls to walls. But I feel like they're starting that.
Did you guys know that they added emotes in this update? They cost energy.
What?
In Warframe.
Yeah. No, look at this.
They
I just
cost-
equipped this emote and look at. It takes a lot of energy. See?
Huh. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, huh?
You're
like
just
crazy,
T-posing
yeah.
on them, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, like it drains my energy really fast, so I don't get
You
it.
posted for dominance, man.
Dude, that's absurd. It's crazy. But yeah, I think if Destiny did something like that, and also scaled up like the actual missions leading up to it, right? So like, if they released like a mini raid that you had to do in order to qualify to go into large scale raids, right? And like each of those like progress their way up, right? So like, because obviously you don't just want to jump into like a straight 12-man raid, like that would be like chaos, right? Like I think what would be cool is to like see like where they had like a 3-person raid, right? And you have to like complete a full raid. I'm talking about like not like a dungeon, but I'm saying like a legitimate like as long as Vault of Glass raid with 3 people. Once you did that, it unlocked you another raid that's 6 people. Again, like double the size of Vault of Glass, and then you get into like a 12-person raid that's like 4 Vault of Glass in length, right? Where it's like multiple boss encounters, multiple wipe sessions, like where everything changes. It gets progressively harder and harder. You have to combo mechanics from previous boss fights to go into the new boss fights. Like just like actually make it really challenging to play, so that it's like actually enjoyable. Because like I feel like an issue that Destiny has is it's like at the end game it just doesn't scale to frame. We going? Okay, nice.
Oh, I thought oh shit.
We only
Yeah,
need
you're
10,
right.
but it's fine. We can do the 15.
I thought it was like 15. All right.
It's okay, guys. Don't worry. I am also right there with you with the keep going.
It's
You
kind
know what
of
I mean? It's just like
yeah,
it-
yeah.
it feels like it just doesn't scale, you know? Because you're like, I don't know about you guys, like, but like when I played Destiny at least, which albeit it was a while ago, but what would happen is like a new raid would come out. You'd spend like a week hard grinding to get ready for the raid, right? Depending on how try hard you were. Then you got into the raid. Then you probably clear the raid either the day of release or the day after, depending upon like how hard it was, right? And then once you clear the raid, like within a week, it's like you're cycling through the raid on cooldown, like on 3 characters per week cycle. You know, it's just like no longer even challenging at that point. And it's like
That's
I think that's a shame. I think it should be harder.
If it was like if you're hardcore player, that's what it was.
But again, I think it's important to cater to the hardcore audience rather than the casual audience. Because it's like
And they did say that actually in the Vidoc, the most recent one. They said that they're trying to like do that now since they're no longer with Activision. It's just Bungie now, by the way. I don't know if you knew
okay,
that.
that actually makes a big difference. Then. That's
It's
pretty
just Bungie now. Like this is their first content release without Activision.
Because like that's one thing I always loved about Halo, right? Was like, and that's like why I had such high hopes when Destiny came out. Was because Halo was hard, right? Like
Same.
Like the cartographer on Legendary with all skills on, like that was hard, dude. Like
that was a very
doing
hard
like lasso on Halo 3, that's hard. Like it's
That
really
was
like
really hard too,
legitimately
yeah.
challenging gameplay. And like I think as a culture, the game developing scene has become way too soft. It's like gamers want a challenge. We don't want everything to be spoon-fed for us.
It's soft, and at the same time, people are seeing microtransactions and all that fun stuff, and how that is like all money. Like they're seeing that, and they're going, oh, big dollar signs right there.
Which is like,
Then they go, full price game with microtransactions. It's like, oh, season passes, annual passes, battle passes.
You just will
Again.
get more purchases if it's more casual, though.
well,
Yep.
yeah, that's true. But again, it's like at the same time, it's like I think basing it to the hardcore audience will eventually, not rapidly, but I think eventually it will gain you more duration
Oh,
of
yeah.
playability. Because like if you think about it, right, the casual fans aren't the people who are getting on every single day and buying microtransactions like consistently, right? Like those players will come on for a new DLC, they'll buy the new DLC, and then they'll play for like a week or two, then they'll go away, right? Like that's what they're doing. Like your consistent hardcore players are the ones who you need to cater to if you want the game to continue to succeed in you. Because otherwise, all the new players won't be able to do all the high-end content because all their hardcore friends won't play and they can't boost them anymore. It's like that's like how looter shooters are played, right? Like all of us have that one friend who's always playing one looter shooter, and whenever a new DLC drops comes out, we just go play with them. They hardcore boost us, they get us caught up to date, and then we get up to date on whatever the latest expansion is, and we go through it, right? Like right now, if any of our friends wanted to go play Warframe, we could get them up to par in like 2 weeks of grinding, right? Like we could just hard boost them through things and get them to par, right? But like if none of us played this game because it wasn't enjoyable, or like they just straight up killed the game, like there's no chance to have that happen.
Yeah, and I've definitely like lost my spark with Destiny, but like now my interest. It still has my interest, but like I just don't have a will to play right now. I want them to get better, and I think they're on the right track, but I feel like it's gonna take a while before they're at the point that you're talking about. It's gonna be a while.
I mean, honestly, like I like
4 years.
Yeah,
honestly.
I like Destiny best out of all the games. Like out of every looter shooter that is out on market, I like it the best. I just can't recommend it to people in good faith because it's like it's just like when I have the option to recommend them Warframe or Destiny, I always recommend Warframe. Like until Destiny massively improves, which is really sad because I'd really rather recommend Destiny because again, Destiny's like a really fun game. Like I've put so much time and so many good memories into that game that I would rather be playing that. But it's just like it's untenable situation to try to like continue to play it.
It's rough.
Yeah.
And then you got Division 2 coming out.
I don't think I'm gonna get that one.
I would love to if my computer was not a potato.
I feel like companies need to realize that the direction of video games of the future, in my opinion, are free to play. Like, I don't think having $60 releases is tenable over the long term.
No.
Like, I think you'll end up, like, I just don't think it's tenable. Like, especially like if we look at like music games, right? Like, they literally did no announcement for Apex. Albeit Apex is a great game. Don't get me wrong. Like, Apex is a very well-designed game with only a few flaws in my opinion. But like in general, and the roadmap for that game is actually insane. Like, I really enjoy it. But that being said, like, no hype into release, and it's one of the most popular games out there. It's just but the reason it's so popular is because it's free to play. All the big streamers can go play it for free. They can get all their friends to go play it, and then you see them playing it, and they instantly go do it. Like, if you want your game to be successful, you need to copy like the Fortnite strategy, right? Where you're like, it's a free-to-play game, and we actively support content creators who play it.
And I think you know, it got so much attention is because it did drop that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh, there's a game.
I can't stop thinking about how much money they must have saved on advertising.
And it's also really good to think about. Like, think about it this way, right? Like, think about it. Probably lived up to this level of hype because they didn't talk about it.
Yes, it
because,
did.
Like, could you imagine how good Apex, or how people would think of Apex, or not Apex? How good people would think of Anthem
Fortnite?
if they didn't talk about it at all. Like, if they just dropped Anthem out of the blue, where they're like, "Hey, here's the beta for our new game," and they're just like,
maybe.
Like,
I don't know. But
Perfect.
maybe.
I'm just saying, I think that it would have been better.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like I don't think people would think it's good by any means, but it would have given them much more grace if they didn't hype it up. Because like they came out trying to sell it like this is going to be the Destiny killer, this is going to be the Warframe killer, right? Like we're going to come out here, we're going to be better than all these other looter shooters.
Oof.
And that's like such a hard sell. Like not even just like as any game. Like you can't just like come into a space where these two titans have been playing for forever and say, you know, we're going to release a game that's better, right? You got to like, in my opinion, I think it's better to undersell and then like have people like be really surprised by how good the game is, rather than like this marketing that everything where they just like drastically oversell things.
And Anthem was always like, even no matter when it got released, but apparently it's been in development for like 6 years, so that's like about the span, like I mean a year or two before Destiny and Warframe came out.
Yeah.
But like, I mean that's, you know, that's a good amount of time of being in development.
In my
they're
opinion,
gonna be behind.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And if they have been in development for that long, the game should be better.
Decent, at least.
Like, it should be.
Now it looks good. Like to me, if you go, okay, show me Destiny, show me Warframe, and Anthem. Which one looks better? Probably Anthem. Like in that sense, like if you're talking
like
that
straight
kind of way,
graphics.
it looks good. Like it looks beautiful. You can't deny that. But it apparently, like I don't know how much y'all know about it, but the combo system, like that's the only way to actually do damage.
There's a combo system.
Yeah, your elements of like your abilities and all that, like that stuff. That is the only way to do damage.
So it's like Starlink.
Kind of like that, yeah. So you have to use your abilities. That's the only way to do real good damage.
I don't think it's actually like Starlink.
Okay, I don't know.
It's kind of a joke because you do need to use things like that in the game, and you're forced to.
Right.
But it's not. It's not
because essentially someone took like a masterwork gun, like minigun or whatever, and they took it in a like I think Grandmaster 1 or whatever. So it's like it's kind of like the Diablo, whatever it's called. Whatever that is. fuck what
Same.
it's called.
No idea.
Yeah, whatever it is. Basically that, and it's like they unloaded a clip in like a half, and it didn't even kill it. It was close, but not dead. it's like why? And then they used all their abilities, killed it in like 2 seconds. It's like, dude, just what? Why?
And the abilities
What's
hardly
what
have a
the-
cooldown, so you just.
Right. Well, like yeah, so you can just use your.
I was
abilities
telling Noah recently. It seems like they kind of just. I feel like they didn't build the game based on how much guns or how much. They didn't base the health around guns in the game, and like
Yeah.
they based it around the abilities, and so it almost feels like there weren't guns in the game for a while, and then like last minute they're like, wait, we should have guns in our game. So then they
Yeah, because
add
it's
in the
illusion.
guns on top of everything else, and like this kind of ruins the difficulty. Well, just make it so the guns don't do anything. Okay.
Yeah. It's.
And like there's hardly
it's-
any models for the guns either, so.
Oh, there's literally there's one model for each type. If you take a basic ass assault rifle and put a masterwork next to it, it is the same thing. It's the same thing but slightly different.
Reinforcements
Track.
available. Do you
It's-
choose to leave
it
now
is-
or continue
It
fighting?
is so dumb.
All right. Well, we'll continue this conversation and much more like it on the next episode. We'll
I love
catch
you.
then.
Bye bye.